Hey everybody, Anita here. So one of the things that I want to talk about today is a masterclass I have coming up. Let's just talk about this real quick. I'm going to go live on all my social platforms and share with you as a wealthy SAP consultant. So shout out to all my SAP consultants. We have a masterclass coming up next Thursday. It's going to start at 12 Central Time. That's 1 Eastern. And really what we want to do in this masterclass is help each of the SAP consultants that we know and love in all of our communities. So if you're listening to this live right now, go ahead and tag me and share it with your friends that are SAP consultants as well. We want to help them sign bigger SAP projects and 3 to 10x their rates. And what we're going to do in that is be able to create irresistible offers that attract our dream clients. So as we're going through this process, and as I'm sharing with you the some of the things that we're going to talk about in the masterclass, listen to this because I'll make sure and post a link to the masterclass so you can sign up for that. Some of the things that you might feel like you're stuck right now, I'm going to do a little bit of before and after. So before this masterclass, you might feel stuck by competing on hourly rates. So how many times have we been reached out to on LinkedIn and somebody says, "Hey, Anita, hey, Susie Bell, I have this project for you. It's $65 an hour. Would you be interested?" Oftentimes I see those posts and I think, oh, that's so sweet that you would want to reach out to me. I get about a dozen of those a week. But I think you must not understand what my skill set actually is. So instead of doing that, some of the things that we're going to talk about in this masterclass are crafting those irresistible, what we call high ticket offers, high value offers that convert and actually communicate your true value. Some of the other things that you might be noticing right now, you might be stuck in some of these areas. Maybe right now you're being treated like a commodity rather than a strategic advisor. So clients are focusing on cost and not on value. And really what I notice that SAP clients and customers, what they want now is they want to be able to connect with people that are strategic advisors that can help them through all the struggles that their business that they have. Yes, they want to be able to implement their SAP solution and they want to be able to increase profits and increase efficiencies and be able to have analytics in their business and all those great things. Those are all amazing, but they also want, I notice that my clients, they want, and yours as well, they want strategic advisors. So those of us that can see the bigger picture. So when we're doing that and we're communicating that, we're actually attracting our dream clients who are going to focus on results that we can get them rather than the hourly rate. So if I position myself as a strategic advisor and I focus on the results I can get for somebody else, like for instance, some clients that I have were able to put 7-figure days into their businesses by implementing their SAP solutions. Wouldn't that be amazing that you could look at your clients and say, "Hey, we know that you're stuck at hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales a day. Let us help you to get to millions or multiple millions every single day." Wouldn't that be an outcome that if you're able to get your SAP clients, wouldn't that be something that would attract your kinds of clients that you want to work with? Can you see how what we're talking about here is shifting your perception of what's actually possible in the marketplace today? The other thing that you're going to be able to do after the master class is lead with authority. The marketplace today is so noisy and not in a bad way. It's just that there are so many of us that are able to get out on social media, stop hiding, get in front of our phones, make our videos, all that kind of stuff and communicate. And that's amazing. But how do we become in that and in the influx of people that are on social media? How do we become the go-to expert for those high-paying projects? And we'll talk about that in this masterclass. Have you ever noticed that sometimes this might happen especially as what I've noticed with my clients is as they start getting a little bit older, then somebody who is less qualified as a SAP consultant is actually starting to land those bigger projects. And again, it goes back to the rates. And so while we're not ever charging our personal worth, you are amazing. You are made in God's image. Well, no matter what your belief system is, I'm just speak that over you right now. You are of incredible worth and value, actually, like you're priceless. But oftentimes when we're in the marketplace, because we're not positioning ourselves properly and because our clients don't know any better. All they're talking about in the conversation is positioning you based on an hourly rate. And that rate could be $65 an hour, could be $100 an hour, could be $250 an hour or more. But what I want to be able to help you do is be that leader with authority, and then help you turn those conversations from let me think about it to where do I sign. Do you know that I have actually a sales script that I use with clients that helps me to do a one call close because of the things that I'm talking about that I'll teach you in this masterclass. Some of the other things that we do, sometimes we get stuck in these countless hours of unpaid work where we're creating detailed proposals. And sometimes don't we know, maybe you haven't seen that, but maybe you have a little bit of a gut check that says that I feel like somebody's taking my proposal and then they're just shopping around for the best person with the lowest rate. And that's not what we want to do at all. We want to actually position ourselves. And I have a proven roadmap to be able to show you how to not only position yourself, but then actually grow your consultancy business based on that expertise that you have, based on the outcome you can get for somebody else by 3 to 10x without getting stuck in the delivery or increasing your workload. So shifting from those unpaid hours to shifting to outcome-based results, being able to create, I have a tool that I use that's called the no proposal that has really been so successful with so many of my clients in using this because it takes away that pages and pages of statements of works and all that kind of stuff. We still have contracts, don't get me wrong, but the idea is we're moving away from the let me go ahead and create a proposal for you to be able to have our messaging on point right from the get-go. And that actually creates a situation in your business. This is what I saw in my business, and I see this across all of my clients as well, is that we can actually grow a consultancy business where we have more time freedom and more money freedom, somewhere around the range. The average range is about 3 to 10x. And then not getting stuck. Don't we know in the corporate space, if you've ever worked for a corporate consulting organization, it could be SAP, it could be somebody else. One of the things that we've noticed in this space is that what's pretty typical is as a consultant that works for somebody else, I have to go bill 40 hours a week and then do my normal job on top of that. So there's no time freedom in that. I might be making more money and that might be great, but I don't have time freedom. And can I just get really like honest and vulnerable with you? One of the things that I found when I was working in that environment is that I was working, traveling, billing, doing all the things, and my average work week was about 70, 80 hours a week. For what I was doing and running teams and all that kind of stuff. And do you know that, so the income was up, but the time freedom wasn't there. So if I can just be real and transparent with you, my heart is to help other consultants. Now, my background's in the SAP space, so I love that, but I just welcome everybody who's in this consulting arena. All of us, we all know my heart is actually to help those moms and dads that do want to do well in their business over here, but do not and are not willing to sacrifice the intentional time of having a healthy marriage or raising their own kids. So that's why I'm really strong on being able to share my heart with you right now and be able to say, I believe that instead of that HR live lie that we have this work-life balance, if I'm working 40 hours a week or more for somebody else, I believe that as an independent consultant, we can have more time freedom and more money freedom. The other thing that I noticed in that is as an independent consultant, I typically am able to work 30 to 50% less than what I did, and doubling my business, tripling my business, quadrupling my business, 6xing my business, 10xing my business by only focusing on those premium clients that I know and I want to actually serve. So a couple other points that we have here on this masterclass is really what I want you to be able to do is equip you to how to break free from that time to money trap. So in the consulting world, often what we're doing is we'll say, I'll just use a simple example. I'll give you 1 hour of my time and you'll pay me, just let's pretend, $1 for that minute or that hour, whatever that looks like. So there's always this trade of time to money work. But can you see how oftentimes if we're in that time for money trap, what happens is my income is 100% dictated by the amount of hours that I can work. So if I can work 20 hours a week, in a traditional sense, if I work 20 hours a week, then I could expect to make I don't know, let's just call it X, whatever that number is. Let's call it $100,000. But in order to double my income in that traditional model, I actually have to work twice as hard. I have to work twice as much. But can I tell you that I've actually unlocked the secret to um, multiplying your income and working about a quarter. What I do, this is my choice. You can choose something else for your business, but I work about a quarter of what I used to use, what I used to work for my full-time consulting business when I worked for an employer. So those are a couple of things that we're going to talk about in the masterclass. I am inviting all of my followers on social media, all of my friends, all of my SAP people, come on in. Love to be able to serve you at the highest level and help you increase your billable rates without putting a drag on your time or your effort, and then be able to deliver that, what we call in our business, that Ritz-Carlton, Four Seasons, that 5-star service that you know that you're really good at. So looking forward to seeing you in the masterclass, and we'll post the link down below so that you can join.